This is Sakari. I'm gonna go through while I'm debugging some of my code. I'm developing my own 3D engine, and I thought it might be fun just like share a bit of the structure and the general idea of what my engine is doing. And currently I'm developing font rendering, so this is what my script is doing right now. As you can see, just this name of my engine, PsiTriangleEngine, rendered across this background image. And lately I've been getting these font rendering working in my engine. I'm using OpenGL 4.1 something, that anything that Apple supports on my old laptop here. And anyway, now I got this nice text rendering going on here, but yeah, I use Lua scripting to implement main logic in my engine. So I have a C++ side, like you can see here. We have all the C++ files for my program logic. Here I am developing Geometry. It's gonna be a program for creating sacred geometry in 3D, but for that I have developed this PsiTriangleEngine that powers this Geometry application. And here you can see a couple of that engine source files. It's built from the ground up using modern C++, modern OpenGL, and the reason I'm building it myself is I really want to learn how all of this works. So, and also, yeah, main motivation is to learn and understand, so I can get the results I really need to create the sacred geometries for my application. So yeah, I was testing fonts here, and here we have the test fonts Lua script that I already have open. And as you can see, I have a lot of stuff here. I'm requiring some core utils. I'm using like objects-based Lua scripting, so I have a lot of different, for example, the object Lua. Well, maybe it's of the core. Here we can see we're defining a Psi namespace, and we have some globals here. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible, but so that everything is modular. So with Lua it's pretty nice because everything is simple, and yeah. So here you can see I'm defining some of my classes to the C++ side. These are referencing the C++ classes in my engine, resources, renderer, basic stuff like that. Then of course I'm using OpenGL shaders, so I have to load some shaders. We can look at this, but this is like the main logic for this test font loop. And yeah, I'm just creating some lights, basic stuff, creating a font atlas for rendering the fonts, the materials, text renderers, and also loading textures and creating cube object here. Then I'm adding to my scene, and here I'm running the main logic. It's basically a simple loop that calls video, handles key events, starts a frame timer, does some context setting, translating, setting the colors, updating the ocular view. I'm calling it the ocular, not the camera, because the main view is going to be a human eye pair, not a camera. That's old thinking. Anyway, rendering the scene and so on. And with Lua I can create really nice clean scripts and interface my engine in a nice way, nice clean way, abstracting away the over complexity. And one thing I have kept in mind is if I'm creating objects like here, I'm creating a text object, as we can see here. I've taken a oath, so to speak, to always have a creator. I create it, allocator, then I set all the properties, and lastly, if it's an object, I init. So I don't pass any object, I don't pass anything to this init, because this could take like 3 different parameters, and then what if I don't remember the parameter names? And unfortunately Lua or C++ doesn't support named parameters, so remembering what you're setting is important for me, so I try to use very explicit variable getters and setters. So here you can see I'm creating a text object, and we can actually split the actual source file for that, so you can see how it relates to that a bit. So here we have the site text render, and here we can see the set material. It's right here. Set material. Oh yeah, it's actually, this is a super method from the super class of the text render. Anyway, we have the set text method, for example. So here we have the simple C++ side function for setting a text. It's just a standard string, and I set the internal text to what I am calling from this. And what binds these together is this script loader interface that uses this excellent Lua script, Lua header file called Lua-inf, which allows to bind Lua to C++ pretty easily. So we can see here we have the text renderer class here, where we are binding all the methods we want to expose to the Lua side, and binding them to the C++ methods to the here are the C++ methods for init, and then we bind it to the init method or table element of Lua object named PsiTextRenderer. So that's it. Actually, I think this is just a listed Lua, nothing else. So yeah, what was I doing? That's like the basic structure that our program is, this engine is using. Let's close this for now. I'm gonna try to tweak this a bit, see how it looks. Yeah, you can see there's some bugs still with the rendering. I don't know why that is happening. You can see this thin line here. It shouldn't happen. Who knows? Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. And well, I had in mind just in this scene to test the fonts, and now I have one line of font there, so I want to put another font